Hi guys, hope you're all okay. It's Chantel. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing my top 5 Aaron Terence Hughes fragrances for women. Now this video has been quite highly requested, so I've done the male version and now I'm doing the female version. These are 5 fragrances that I absolutely love to wear, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in order from number 5 right up to my absolute favourite at number 1. So let's get straight into it. The fragrance that comes in at number 5 is Oxytocin. Now this fragrance is a dark, deep, sort of mysterious style of fragrance. You've got rose and oud in there. There's also a patchouli note and chocolate as well. It smells so good. It's a sort of really unique fragrance. You get a little bit of like a woody vibe from it. There's also vanilla in here as well, which I get quite a bit. It's got a bit of a spiciness, like a sort of spicy kick to it. And I just think this is like a really good, unique take on like a rose and oud fragrance. It's got that depth and darkness to it, which is a vibe that I absolutely love. And this lasts for ages on the skin until you scrub it off. This is going to be lasting and projecting. It's very strong. You don't need much of it, but it really does project and leaves like an amazing dark mysterious cloud around you. And I think it's such a good one. I love that there's chocolate in this one as well. It's just like a sort of gourmand sort of twist to a rose and oud. It's so beautiful, and one that I'd really highly recommend testing out if you love those sort of rose and oud fragrances with a twist. Love this one, and it's number 5, Oxytocin. In at number 4 is another rose and oud fragrance, but it's totally different to Oxytocin. It's got a real twist on this one. It's Luna, and in this you've got rose and oud, but there's also like peach and coconut. It gives it a sort of exotic twist. It's quite unique and different. You've also got ylang ylang in there, and tonka and vanilla. It's such an amazing fragrance, and I think it's very different to what you would expect. Even though it's got these quite exotic notes to it, it's quite dark and deep still. And I love how Aaron's fragrances have got his own sort of scent to them. You can always tell that it's one from Aaron's line. They're also always really projecting and long lasting, which is like the main thing for me in a fragrance. I want it to smell amazing, but I also want other people around us to be able to smell it, and this does everything. It's just such a good one that I think is quite versatile. You could definitely wear this as your signature scent. It is quite bold and quite loud, but it's beautiful, and it's got that softness to it coming from the coconut and the notes like peach. And I just think that it's very different, and a very different take on a rose and oud, and I really enjoy it. I think it's such a good fragrance, one that I would wear probably at any time of the year and for any occasion. A good all-rounder. I think most people would probably like it for like nights out and stuff, because it is quite dark, deep and heavy. But yeah, I adore this one, and it's Luna. Now, the next three, I really struggled to place in order because I love them all so much. They're like my absolute favourites. And I sort of struggled a little bit, but I think I've got them in the right order. They're all amazing, but in at number 3 is Forbidden. Now, I've spoke about this fragrance so much because for me, it's like the absolute perfect gourmand fragrance. It's a gourmand lover's dream, and I would really recommend it to anyone who loves gourmand fragrances. This is a stunning fragrance that was inspired by like the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, and it's quite dark again, as many of Aaron's fragrances are, and it's got a real uniqueness to it. It's very intoxicating. Once you smell it, you just want to smell it over and over again. It's very sort of addictive. And it's got notes of chocolate orange, cherry bakewell. There's also like a boozy rum note in there as well. There's a whole load of vanilla. It just smells absolutely perfect. And as well as that, there's a Turkish delight note, which I love. I love Turkish delight. I love to eat it. I think it's so good. And this fragrance is just everything. It's all the notes that I love. It's truly delicious. It makes your mouth water. It's so good. But it is like stepping in to the dark forest, and you've got a big long wooden table with the Mad Hatter sitting at the top, and you've got all these like beautiful, delicious, sweet treats and the booze, and it's a little bit dark and a little bit haunting in a way, and I adore this one. I think it's perfection to what Aaron wanted. It really does reflect that sort of fun of the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, and I think it's amazing. Definitely one to check out. It's Forbidden. This one again lasts so long on the skin that all that I mentioned really last. So good. Forbidden. In at number 2 is an absolute beauty. I've got it as Goddess, which was the name that it was given at first. Now it's called Gardenia Blanc, and this is a beautiful everyday fragrance. I think it would be like a perfect signature scent. I think it's amazing for any occasion. I would wear it to special occasions. I'd wear it to date night. I'd wear it anytime because it smells so amazing. It's absolutely beautiful. It's quite sweet, but yet still very sexy. It's got a sort of hypnotic vibe to it. I can actually see people following you around to ask you what you're wearing when you're wearing this. I've had so many compliments on it. I've got a few little bottles of it, and I really need to get a big bottle because I love it so much. It's probably one of like my most worn fragrances from Aaron. But this is, to me, like absolute perfection. You've got gardenia in there. You've got a little bit of jasmine. There's a soft musk accord in there, which gives it this beautiful softness. It's like a cloud-like, fluffy softness. It's so well-rounded. You've also got a little bit of rose and sandalwood, which also gives it that sort of softness as well. And I think it's so beautiful, and one of Aaron's most stunning releases that I think is a little bit more feminine. I definitely think men could pull this one off, but to me, I think it just smells so stunning and beautiful on a woman. So yeah, absolutely adore this one. And this was Aaron's first like female targeted fragrance. He has recently changed it where it's totally unisex. So yeah, love it. Goddess, which is now Gardenia Blanc. So now in at number one is my absolute favourite. I don't wear it a whole load because I've only got a small bottle of it, and I just want it to last. I love it that much. It's very, very expensive for like a full bottle, and I do want to get it at some point, but at the moment I'm sticking with my little mini, and I just cherish it. I love it. It's Boss Bitch. Now, honestly, this is amazing. It really is so, so good. It's the most stunning, outstanding, unique fragrance from Aaron's line, in my opinion. It's just hypnotic, it's addictive, it's everything. It's everything that I want in a fragrance. I only wear it for really special occasions. This is an absolute beast. It really, really projects. It lasts forever on the skin. You always, always get compliments. No matter when I've worn this, I've gotten compliments. You only need a couple of sprays. It's so, so strong, but it's intoxicating and it's just so beautiful. There's two types of oud in this. There's dragon oud as well as Thai oud. And we've also got a little bit of rose and vanilla. There's cherry and chocolate. There's also sandalwood. There's neroli. There's a whole load of notes in this one. But for me, it's so addictive. It's very sexy. It's sultry. It's bright, yet it's still very dark in a way. I know that sounds crazy, but it is. It's got a brightness to it, but yet it's got a little bit of like darkness. It's so hard to explain this one, but it's a mix of everything that I love. It's quite juicy and amazing. I just don't know how to say enough good things about this fragrance that'll really do it justice, because you've got to smell this one to really appreciate it and its uniqueness, and it's just everything, and I cherish this one. This is probably one of my favourite ever fragrances out of my whole collection. It's an absolute winner for me. I would definitely recommend it if you're going to get it, to get like a smaller bottle and test it. But I know that you'll probably fall head over heels in love with it like I have, and you'll want to buy the bigger bottle because it's so good and it'll last a long time because you don't need much at all. So yeah, I think this for like special events, when you're really, really done up and you feel really, really put together, you're in your best clubber, you're feeling like so good about yourself, spray a bit of this on and it'll just elevate you to the next level. You know you're going to be smelling amazing the whole night. And this is a fragrance that I love to wear like around Christmas time. I think I wore it Christmas Day last year, and I think I even wore it New Year's Eve as well, because I love it so, so much. And it's a fragrance that I want to attach a lot of happy memories to it, because it's such a precious, well thought out, amazingly blended fragrance. And I know this one means quite a lot to Aaron as well. So yeah, love it so much. And this is definitely me number one from Aaron Terence Hughes for women. So yeah, amazing, amazing fragrance. I'll link all the fragrances in the description bar so you can check them out. I'll also link Aaron's website and you can head on over and see what he's got to offer. And I hope you really enjoyed the video. I'd love it if you've already tried some of Aaron's fragrances to let me know what your absolute favourites are. And give us a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I'll see you all very soon on the next one. Bye.